Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So I got this request from somebody. They said, can you make a video for when family doesn't think you're making enough progress, or if family is accusing you of playing the victim? So let's talk about that. Little generator going off back there. So hopefully that's not too loud. Gonna relax. It's almost 80 degrees. Sunny, blue skies, love it. And look at all the green. Unbelievable. That was bare just 4 weeks ago. So, does your family think you're not making enough progress? Are they kind of questioning, is this stuff real? What's wrong? I thought you said there's nothing wrong with you, so why isn't it better? Or they think it can't be that bad. Just suck it up. It can't be that bad. You're telling me there's nothing wrong with you, so why is it hurting so bad? They just don't get it. And look, for even some of us who are on the journey, it takes a while for us to get it and for it to sink in and for us to truly understand. Because for many of us on the journey, we're still going, but how can the brain create something that feels that awful? So, for the families, I can tell you I had 13 years of back pain and sciatica. It was majorly disruptive, disturbing, sometimes almost disabling. The pain is oh so real. It's not imagined. It's not in their head. The pain is extremely real. It's just caused by a false alarm in the brain perceiving danger incorrectly. But I really want to make it very clear that the pain is real. And I don't believe your folks are faking it at all. I know these symptoms are invisible to people looking and watching. They're even invisible oftentimes to the doctors that are trying to help diagnose you. And in some cases they say, I don't know, I don't see anything. Or, yeah, there might be a little bit of normal aging, degeneration, but it doesn't explain the type of pain you're talking about. Or in some cases, I'll point to, an imaging study, X-ray, MRI, and go, yep, there it is. Or this is why you've got symptoms. But oftentimes they can't answer the question, well, do other people have the same MRIs and no symptoms? They'll struggle a little bit and say, well, sometimes, but you have it, so that's the cause. The key here is we want to get super clear on what's going on. And I talk about this virtually every day. Foundation. What causes symptoms? Does it apply to me? Is there a cure? Am I capable of it? Now that's the part where your family can help. Are you capable of it? I will tell the families directly, if you are criticizing your family member who's in pain or struggling and judging that they're not doing enough or that they should be getting faster or what's wrong with them or even questioning the entire concept, you potentially can be slowing down their recovery. Because understand this, the brain's perception of danger, aka fear, determines the intensity and the presence of the symptoms. So if you're judging and shaming and blaming this family member or even friend for having the symptoms in the first place, or questioning their sanity for going after this mind-body approach, saying, hey, go to the doctor when they've been to 42 doctors and to no avail, that's not helping. And so I will encourage the family members and friends to be more compassionate. This is not an easy journey. Took me 13 years to get through it. It is not an easy journey at all. And so, kindness, compassion. You don't have to fix your partner or your family member. You can't do it for them. And don't get frustrated if you can't. Sometimes they just need your presence, your love, your support. And sometimes that means not saying a single word. Just means being there with them. Hold their hand on the couch. Sit next to them. Put your arm around them. Say, I got you. I'm here. You know, that can be so much more supportive than trying to jump in there and help fix them, because you can't fix the person. I can't fix the person who's suffering with pain. I can point the directions, I can give recommendations. I can't do it, you can't do it. But the person who has the symptoms can. And having the family and friends support in a kind and loving way can mean so much on their journey and can actually help accelerate their progress. But this is not a light switch, folks. And if you think just by knowing, oh, there's this thing called TMS, perceived danger pain, so therefore the brain's creating it, so let's tell the brain to turn it off, and how come you're not better yet? That's misunderstanding the process. The brain's job is to send warnings when it perceives danger. Symptoms are those warnings. But they're not under direct control. So please don't blame and shame your family member for having symptoms in the first place. They didn't ask for it. They didn't want it. They certainly want to get rid of it just as bad as you do. So be kind, support, and if it helps, learn a little bit more about it. If your family member has my book, read it. That will help. That will help everybody. If you don't have the book and would like to understand, go to dansfaststart.com. Watch at least the first couple of videos to understand what's going on. If you'd like to go deep and truly understand what your family member is going through, watch that whole series. It'll take a while. You chip away at it a little bit at a time, but it's important. And so, you know, if this helps a little bit, I hope it does. I'm not shaming anybody or blaming anybody or saying that you're not being supportive. That's not the goal of this video. I'm just suggesting that to make it the person's fault and say they're playing victim when in fact they're the one really struggling is misplaced. They're struggling, and your support is useful, kind, and necessary to help them get through this. And I know it puts a burden on you. I know that with certainty. But it's temporary. And with your support, they can get through it faster, which means then you'll get your family member back to life doing normal things. I've seen it countless times. I've actually gotten thanked by a husband when I helped his wife go from bedridden to living life, you know? So it can happen, and with your support, it can happen faster. Judging, shaming, blaming, and questioning the sanity of this entire approach will actually delay recovery, and that's not to your advantage either. So I hope this makes sense. Love all of you, not only the people suffering with the pain and symptoms, but all of their family and friends as well. I love you all. This is not an easy journey, and hopefully these videos help. So, love you, and as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.